Okay, here we are. We're going to have the round of 32 match. Winners bracket between Teezel and Starger. Teezel forgot that the match was today, so this could be a very interesting match. I think the stream's up. Yeah, we're up. Okay, Teezel will be here in a few minutes. So, in the meantime, we can sit here and check out the new tournament client layout, which Smile's been working on. Our designer for this tournament. You can now actually read everything, which is great. You also have the logo for the Taiko Community Tournament in the bottom right corner, which is also a nice touch. You know what? While we're waiting, hey, there he is. There's Teezel. I was going to say, let's go switch over to the warm-up of Ethan versus Bedwar. However, looks like we're going to get this started. And now we have, you know, K-pop in the background because previous tournaments. So, looking at players, Teezel, of course, is from the UK, one of the members of the UK team that's in the winners bracket finals of the Taiko World Cup against Japan tomorrow. Currently ranked 368, number 6 in the UK. Also does a lot of commentary on community tournaments, which is pretty cool. Starger is, well, refs every Taiko tournament I've ever seen, I think, and is currently ranked right around 900, top 25 in Russia. Starger likes to play hidden and hard rock. Teezel also does a bit of both, but seems to favor hidden a little bit more. But that's talking about PP plays, so that could be very different from how they actually play in a match, as the net pool is not PP farming. So let's see what we got for warm-ups. Looks like we're going to be getting Cranberry City from Lapix first. Alright, here we go, on to our first warm-up. This one was picked by Starger. That's one of the nice things about warm-ups in these tournament matches is it gives, you know, each match a little bit of distinct personality. See what either like what types of maps the players like, or just maybe showcasing one of their own maps, or just wanting to show off a meme. In this case, it looks like Starger is going for the low BPM hidden warm-up. This is 138 BPM, 5.87 stars, so it's right in the range of the tournament actually. Somewhat similar in terms of stats to hidden number 2. This was mapped by Charlotte about last week. So, Starger going to win first warm-up. Get to check out both the B and A rank images from this skin. I believe this is Nose Dormu's custom skin. If you're interested in it, ping him about it. Don't ping him, just DM him directly. He might give it to you, he might not. And we're going to be moving on to Teezel's warm-up. You can see at the bottom there's apparently a spring fan art contest going on in the main client. So if you like to draw stuff and, well, maybe you're quarantined currently like many of us, you could draw something and it might get featured in the tournament client in a few months or weeks. Oh, hey, Panicolic from C-Show. I know this one. Oh man, they just released the Global Cycle Showdown new designs, and it's very brightly colored. Okay then. Alright, moving on to our second warm-up. Both players going with no mod this time. This one seems like it would be a little difficult to do with 4:3 resolution. It's definitely much higher BPM than the last map. It's at 220. Map by Gohiki, and it is 6.92 stars. It's partially boosted from some of the doublets that you saw earlier, but it does have some interesting SV. And it's at least a 6-star map. So a little higher than the current map pool, which is about normal for a warm-up. We tend to have warm-ups that are maybe 1 or 2 rounds ahead of the pool, depending on player tastes. That way they can get everything warmed up and say, oh hey, I played this harder map, now the map pool feels easy. It's going to be interesting to see how much Teezel's gotten better just from playing in the Taiko World Cup. Even though he doesn't play a lot of the maps, he's still involved in the team, and he plays every once in a while. And they're on the finals now, so their map pools are significantly harder than pretty much every other tournament you're going to see. Yes, this does have some of those doublets, but it is 220 BPM. These 1/4s are not that easy if you're not used to the speed. Starger is actually holding on to a better accuracy so far. Teezel, however, with the lead, thanks to holding on to combo for far longer. So that's some information that could be useful for trying to predict this match. Appears that Starger might actually be a little better at accuracy. Teezel has caught up on the accuracy towards the end of the map, and thanks to holding onto a combo through these streamier parts, we'll be taking the victory on the second warm-up. So well done both players taking their own warm-up picks. Moving on to the actual map pool now. So, let's see what we got for roles and bans and first pick. We are back to the regular 1 versus 1 tournament style now that we are past group stage. Teezel rolling a 37, that's probably not going to be enough. It's not. Starger with a 97. Very, very strong roll there to start this match. You're going to want to keep that momentum going into the match. So that does mean that Teezel will ban first. And Starger will pick first. As that is the standard for most tournaments. Alright, so Teezel's banning Mobile 3. That is Lord Crosslight, which I believe was picked in both of the previous matches on stream. Teezel's just making stuff up as he goes because he thought the match was tomorrow. We'll see how that plays into the results here. We did have the previous match where E40 was sight reading everything as well and rolled for bans. Rolled for picks. He ended up losing to Aconine 5-3. Starger's gonna ban Fremont 2. Single Yuiop. That's a fairly popular ban. 2 to 3 matches so far have had this banned. So, Starger is going to start us off with Hidden 2, slow hidden, which makes sense based on Starger's warm-up pick. Am I pronouncing it correctly? It's Starger, not Starger. Please let me know. It's a hard G. Oh, yes. Starger, the professional referee, by the way, is training Sergo in the art of the referee. Sergo's probably a first-time referee, I think, for this tournament. This refs the few matches, though. Been able to keep things moving fairly smoothly so far, doing a good job. Anyways, yeah, here we go. Hidden number 2. Which is normally going to be a popular ban if one player is good at hidden and the other one is not. However, both of these players are pretty solid hidden players. So we get to actually see it in a match. Starger with the much better accuracy so far. Teezel had some early act drops, but is coming back up. Starger finally dropping the double S. Starger's going to pick up our first miss, and that's going to give Teezel the lead any second now. Although the accuracy advantage is keeping it very close. In fact, Starger takes the lead back. Very close. I think if you could see the scores at the bottom, they would be almost flickering. However, Starger's starting to pull away. It's only a few thousand point difference. One miss would swing this either way. Oh, and Starger with a late miss, but I think Starger still wins. Yes. 3,400 point difference. Despite the FC 97.5% accuracy from Teezel, Starger takes the point thanks to almost 99% accuracy and holds this first pick. Very close to first map. So we're now going to move on to Teezel's pick.
Every day I pray for you to the sky because you are neon. I wait for you, stay here alone the night.
We're going with Nomad 2, which is the stamina Nomad. 260 BPM, almost 4 minutes long. Generally, longer maps will favor the stronger player because there's less chance of a shit miss. Then again, the stronger player will usually shit miss less, although this depends on just the player's abilities and their tendencies. This one's pretty fun. It's fast, at least. It is quite long. A lot of time to get tired, maybe start to slip up. So, you know, the beginning matters, but it's really towards the end of the map where you may start to see some of the stamina drain really taking effect. At the end is where you could start to see some unforced errors. We're about 1 minute into the map. Teezel does pick up the first miss, so that will give Starger the lead early on. Teezel did manage to catch up on accuracy, however has started to fall behind again, finally dropping below 99% as Starger gradually increases accuracy, now above 99.5%. Oh, both players pick up a miss at the same time. That's going to reset the combos. Starger with the advantage by about 25,000 points now, as we are halfway done with the map. So this is looking like it could be a breakpoint. Really unfortunate. We've had 2 matches in a row where one of the players just hasn't prepared for the match very much. Although both of them are still in Taiko World Cup, so they have some excuse. Well, I mean, technically A40's not because they lost, but I'm sure he was training for their match against Taiwan during the week rather than this tournament. There is a losers bracket, so even if you do lose today, you still have matches next week. But at that point, then you have to make a long run through the losers bracket to keep playing. On the plus side, it doesn't mean you get to play a lot more Taiko, as long as you keep winning. Since you basically have to win twice to every one winner's bracket round, one in the loser's bracket. Teezel's going to pick up another miss, and Starger now with a solid almost 40,000 point lead now, and increasing. So, Starger with the 1 miss, 99.2% play on Nomad 2. It was really close early on, but then Teezel started to pick up more misses, and Starger ran away with the second point, first break point. So, moving on to Starger's second pick. Getting that stamina pick out of the way early. We'll see if that has any effect as we move through the match. Hopefully the players don't get tired out. Going with Nomad 5, which is the SV fun pick. The title is, well, you can see it on chat on the stream now. My awesome flat chest on the ground. I believe the phrase is flat is justice? I don't know. I'm just quoting something. Alright, here we go. Having some syncing issues here. So we'll get to see the beginning from Teezel. Then Starger gets a chance to catch up. And once they catch up, okay, here we go. So as you can see, this one has some interesting SV. For some reason, my right side of my screen seems much more choppy than my left side, which makes no sense. That could just be on my end. Teezel's going to pick up a miss. Starger's still holding on to the double S as we get to the crazy slider. Starger finally dropping the double S. However, Teezel's not having a good time. Definitely a good pick if you think your opponent isn't prepared for the match, as the SVs are a little harder to read on this one. And now we get higher SV. By the way, this is allegedly 110 BPM. Nope, I'm thinking of something with the hop. This one is 209. Please ignore the ignorant commentary. So, Starger does break the S, however, he still manages to take the third point by a fairly large 90,000 point difference, managing a 99% accuracy on Nomad 5. And we're going to move on to Teezel's next pick. Hopefully he can find a good one and get back into this match. Otherwise we'll be switching to Ethan versus Bedward very quickly. It is best of 9. I doubt Teezel's listening to the stream while he's playing, but if he is, it's best of 9. Oh man, I'm getting pinged everywhere. What is going on? Oh, that's just Cassidy spamming. Yes, the Swiji tournament ended today, so now they're announcing a bunch of additional tournaments in the future. For example, the Taiko LMS Shift Cup 2 is coming up in a few weeks, which is a pretty high-level tournament. They've described it as Pokemon, but Taiko. You one-on-ones, sub players out. And as players get knocked out, they're eliminated from the match. Last one had a lot of high-level play. Anyways, we're going with Fremont 3 Alien here. Teezel looking to take advantage of the finishers, I suppose. There's also EGTS and IGTS, which are also community tournaments. EGTS is going to be a 1 versus 1, no rank limit. IGTS is rank 3500 to 10,000 Taiko, 2 versus 2 country-based tournament. We had 32 teams in it last year. It's a fun time. It's, to be honest, it's kind of my base tournament. That's where I learned how to stream. I have a lot of fun over there. But that's not for at least another month. We have CTT 2020 going on right now. We're only in the round of 32. We're going to be going for 1, 2, 3, like 5 more weeks. Hopefully we have a lot of good Taiko to see here. Well, a lot more. We've already had a few good matches. Like, we had a tiebreaker on the last group stage match last week, which is pretty cool. So both players going with Hidden, which is probably the same pick. Also, they're both good at Hidden, so not a surprise. We can't just look at accuracy on this pick because I suspect there may be differences on finishers this time, as it's kind of the big feature of this map. There's a finisher stream at some point. DDKK players may have a slight advantage on this map. Starger is holding the lead though so far. Now we get into the finishers section, and Starger does pick up a miss, giving Teezel the lead now. And it's a really bad time to pick up a miss, as you're about 400 combo into the map. That's where combo bonus is maximized. I mean, it's never a good time to miss, but 400 combo is not great. Starger's going to pick up another miss, so Teezel looks like he's going to be picking up his first point. Oh, we did get a miss from Teezel, which would give Starger a chance to catch up. However, Starger is also going to pick up a miss at the end of that finisher section, and the lead is now about 20,000 points for Teezel. Starger does have the advantage in accuracy still, but thanks to combo, Teezel's pulling away a little bit. Still, it is close enough that if something goes wrong for Teezel very soon, Starger still has a chance. But it does look like Teezel's going to be holding on to this point, finishing it off with about a little bit less than 20,000 point lead. 2 misplay versus a 9 misplay. Starger does have the better accuracy, but got wrecked by finishers a few times. Teezel, not swept. 3-1 in favor of Starger. So now we'll see if Starger is able to continue to hold on to picks. We are going to see the EX map. That's just going to be brutal for Teezel if he hasn't prepared. So, if you haven't seen this map yet, well, let me tell you about this map. You see how there's that red circle that's just sitting there on top of the note? They're gonna play them now. You play the color that you see on the beat, pretty much. It's a nice gimmick early on, fairly relaxed. It's easier if you memorize. See, the problem for Starger is that this is a fairly well-known gimmick map. So Teezel probably already knows how to play it. So you'd think, oh hey, my opponent didn't think the match was today, they're not going to be prepared, but if he already knows the map, it's not going to make too much of a difference. I mean, sure, maybe he hasn't practiced much lately, but if you know this map, you already know it. This part doesn't have the gimmick. This part's just fairly forward patterns. Teezel picks up a miss on the not gimmick part. That's a little bit surprising. There was an SV change there, so I guess I could see that caused a miss. So Starger pulling out ahead now. He was already in the lead with the accuracy advantage, but now with the combo advantage, it's going to be a much larger lead. We'll see how long that lasts. There are multiple interesting gimmick parts coming up now. They're both handling it fairly well the second time through. Of course, while you're staring at the circle in front of you, then you have these notes come in from the side, which is extending the gimmick. Teezel's not having a good time anymore. Starger, though, still holding on to the FC, I believe. Looks like the other match has already ended. Ethan beating Bedward 5-1. Is that a surprise? Last year that would have been a surprise, but Ethan has improved a lot over the last year or two. Like, he managed to play for North America team in CGTS. He's actually managed to break the top 1,000 too. Bedware's kind of been hovering around 1,200. It does mean that we have a matchup next week between Yuiop and Ethan, and then in the loser bracket we have Breezemiss versus Bedware. Over here, Starger is still holding onto a fairly sizable lead. Both players breaking in this very difficult ending. I think they'll both pass it at least. But Teezel's getting dangerously close to failing. Okay, not that close. And Starger managing to hit the last few notes as well. Only 20 misses for Starger versus 57 from Teezel. Starger taking the point. Moving on to match point, 4-1. Definitely some very solid sections there from Starger. Especially early on. Allowed him to pull ahead a lot. And ended up winning the point by 140,000 points. The one point that Bedware took off Ethan was on this map, the EX pick. He managed a 814,000 play, Ethan with a 665,000. So this match was definitely stronger by both players overall on that map. Yeah, Teezel didn't have time to learn it, so definitely see the effect of not being prepared for a match. Well, we're going for fun free mod 1. Well, Teezel says it's fun. Aimless Voyage. It's the Toho song. It's the Airi Inaroni. Generally not a big fan of Airi Inaronis. He's a pretty good mapper in terms of Muzus and Onis, but once you get to Inaronis, some of the patterns get a little weird for my taste. A little, trying to boost star rating. That's just my opinion. This one is fairly difficult if you're not able to play a little bit of speed. By speed, I mean it's only 190, so for most people that's not particularly speedy. I like to think it's 180 as normal. Once you get over like 200, 220, it starts to become speed. Better player's gonna say speed starts at like 220, maybe 240, but I'm slow. So we've got Hard Rock from Teezel, hidden from Starger. Wait, no, other way around. Hidden from Teezel, Hard Rock from Starger. A little bit of surprise, as I know Starger's a pretty good hidden player. But maybe that's what Starger decided to prepare with, and that's what we're going with in the match. Also, it's a long map, so that's definitely going to kill your eyes with hidden potentially. Although Hard Rock kills your eyes as well. Started picking up an early miss. Alright, so we're approaching not quite the halfway point. Teezel still holding on to the FC. Starger's going to pick up another miss. Should be a fairly safe point for Teezel here, assuming he can manage to keep playing hidden for another 2 minutes. Both players picking up misses. That's going to reset the combos. Starger with a slight advantage in the combo. However, Teezel, thanks to being on hidden, has a little easier time with the accuracy, and Starger's really starting to struggle. You would think this is the free section, but I don't know, maybe the stamina is starting to get drained. We did have the stamina map already played, and this is another very long map. So, could be getting some actual endurance issues here from Starger. Teezel's going to pick up another miss. But with the slight accuracy advantage and a lot more combo earlier on, still holds a 30,000 point lead. Starger does take the lead in terms of accuracy, however, it's not enough in terms of score. Oh, it almost was, but then Starger picked up a late miss, and Teezel holds on to stay in this match. Barely. Whoa, what is that score from Teezel? That was nice. 9-6, 9-6, 9-6. That's almost a perfect score. You just gotta flip the digits. And Starger with the slightly lower accuracy, a few more misses, and that's really the difference. So, we have at least one more map. Starger gets to pick again. Worst one by 70,000, so Teezel's actually disappointed with that. I don't know, I'm not disappointed. I'd be satisfied with that many 6-9s in my score, but, you know, can't win every time. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Brave one to go with Hard Rock. Some of those sections get moving very quickly. There is a slow section that trip up the hidden player, but it didn't trip up Teezel this time. It did catch somebody on a previous match. Anyways, let's see. Starger. One last pick. We're going with Hard Rock 1. Sticking with the Hard Rock. Making Teezel play Hard Rock after playing Hidden for 4 minutes straight. That's some 300 IQ play, actually. As long as you can handle the Hard Rock yourself. So theoretically, the challenge in this one is the fact that it's OD 9.1 with Hard Rock. Although, I mean, it's definitely a step up from last week. Well, the entire map pool is. These players, not a huge problem, as, you know, pretty much everybody that's left is fairly high level player. But definitely a jarring change in difficulty if you were watching last week. So, this is another long map, 3 minutes 42 seconds, 175 BPM. So we've had pretty much every consistency map in the match today. This will be one of our longest matches in terms of time. Especially if they approach tiebreaker. Which ones haven't we seen yet? Okay, we haven't seen... Is Hidden One banned? Bans were Free Mod 2 and Hidden 2. We saw Hidden 1 as well, so we've played every map that's long, except for Double Time 1. That's Double Time, so you don't even really count that. Oh, and of course Free Mod 2, which was banned. In fact, we're actually going to bleed over into our next time slot. We've got a match coming up between Ammy and Voenkom, starting in 7 minutes. We're going to switch right over to that with the stream as soon as this match ends. Both players holding on to their FCs halfway through the map. Starger with higher accuracy, sitting at 98.6. Teezel is a little below 97. So not a huge difference, but it's fairly sizable. The score difference is about 10,000 points. Just really goes to show how much of a difference accuracy makes. Accuracy difference, however, has slightly decreased. Oh, they both missed the ninja finisher. They both had FCs up to that point. It's really disappointing. They both did. Good call, Nozotoru. So that means that Starger still has the advantage thanks to 0.5% accuracy higher. I bet they both panicked after missing the finisher. Well, actually they didn't. They didn't panic, which is why they're still holding on to the same accuracy. If they did panic, though, that would just really blow the map for them. Starger has managed to pull away in accuracy as Teezel is starting to really drop now, but Starger picks up a late miss. I say late, but there's still like 30 seconds left, which is enough time for Teezel to catch up, despite being almost an entire percentage of accuracy behind. So that could be rip Starger right there. However, there's not a lot of time left, and Starger still has a several thousand point lead. So, yeah, Starger's gonna take the point. Managed to defend his own pick, despite the 5 misses. Just winning on AC. So, well played both players. Good luck with your Tiger World Cup match tomorrow, Teezel. And we'll see you next week. Taking a quick look over at the brackets, it appears that the winner and loser of this match face off against the winner and loser of Yuiop versus 404 You Are Not Found, which has not happened yet. Anyways, we're going to move over to the next match, Are we kicking off a new stream, or is it gonna be just continued here? I guess we'll just go switch over since we're already here. So, Ammy versus Voenkom. I'm going to need to get Adraft here. So, I guess while we wait, taking a quick look at the brackets for Ammy versus Voenkom. Their match is matched up to Yona versus Hotman. Which is, I believe, the last match of the weekend at 20 UTC Sunday. Looks like Voenkom is online, but isn't currently in the lobby. Hopefully we'll be back. Taking a look at player profiles. Ammy is currently ranked 358, number 2 in Mexico. Played in Teezel World Cup, I believe, for Mexico this year. Voenkom is 156 in the world, number 2 in Russia. So, just based on the rank, theoretically, Voenkom should have the advantage. However, in group stage, Ammy won a group, Voenkom finished second. We'll see how that translates to the next round. As you know, previously they were playing in somewhat easier groups. In terms of map pools, at least. Actually, you know, we do have actual result links, so while we wait, take a look through them and see what happened last week. Oh, okay. What happened was Voenkom didn't do particularly well in qualifying and ended up in a group with Valerka, who's probably one of the top players in the tournament. Voenkom did manage to take one map off Valerka, which is actually, that's kind of an impressive feat in itself. Whereas Ammy had a tight match with Rismus Colorado, and actually it wasn't as tight as the score would tell you. It got close at the end, but there was a 2-point difference between Ammy and Rismus for first in that group. Depends a lot on whether the players are prepared, as we've seen in the last 2 matches. Like A40 didn't practice the map pool at all and ended up getting beat by Akanine. And then just now we saw Starger beat Teezel, which if you were looking at it going in at just the ranks, you'd think they would go the other way. However, if a player is more prepared and is close enough in skill level, you can see it just really pays off. Especially if the map pool allows for, you know, training. Yeah, you can't just sight read these map pools in this tournament, especially like No Mod 5 and EX, and usually Hidden 2 in Hard Rock 2 will be pretty hard to sight read as well. Free mounts can be pretty difficult as well. So practicing ahead of time definitely pays off in this tournament, as long as you have the base skill level to play the maps to begin with. Although we did get a frowny face from Ammy, hopefully there's not an issue on Voenkom's side. Voenkom was in the lobby before, but is, well, disappeared now. So hopefully we aren't ending up with a win by default here. That'd be unfortunate. Well, not for Ammy. It does mean that Ammy gets a free pass to the round of 16 winners bracket, should that be the case. But it's always good to actually play your matches. You know, if you have the chance. Have fun, enjoy the game. Well, looking ahead at the future schedule while we wait. Oh hey, it's this song. Nice. There will be matches at 19 and 20 UTC today. And they are between Menak and Bernard at 19 UTC. At 20 UTC, it's 3-Sign versus TwinT. Or San as some commentators call him, versus TwinT as the English commentators tend to pronounce it. Still no sign of Voenkom. Под утро снова размажет, я выключаю свой гаджет. Не жди в ответ пьяные СМС. Теперь сомнений нет даже, и сердце снова подсказывает.
скажет на этот раз, это точно конец. Под грустный дождь я отпускаю нашу любовь только здесь. Я оттанцую всю свою боль, как в паутине большой сети. Ты рассыпаешься в памяти. Под грустный дождь ты так красиво теряешь меня, словно весь наш город больше не вспомнит тебя. Тот, кто был мне необходим, слишком чужой, чтобы быть родным.
Лети высоко, моя птичка, расправь широко свои крылья. У тебя хорошо все на личном, в моем мире другая идиллия. Новые люди, новые лица, еще одна туса в поисках чувства. Просто картинки, инстамодели, красивые куклы, но в душе пусто. Я среди иллюзий найду тебя снова, и снова мы будем родными. Закружимся в танце, словно мы в слому, друг другу так необходимы. Держу тебя крепко, боюсь отпустить, потерять я больше не в силах. И опять просыпаться, если не рядом ты, мне невыносимо.
Под грустный дождь я отпускаю нашу любовь только здесь. Я оттанцую всю свою боль, как в паутине большой сети. Ты рассыпаешься в памяти. Под грустный дождь ты так красиво.
Nice. There's a post in general on Discord. Take a look at it. It's pretty funny. Starger got muted after celebrating after last match. It's only for a few minutes. It's just always funny when somebody either lags out or spams the chat a few times and then you get silence for 10 minutes and can't enter the multiplayer lobby. I don't think this match is happening. So, sorry to everybody that's... Oh, wait, there's Voenkom. Hey, just in time. I mean, you're late, but in time to not lose by default. I'll take it. Hey, we get a match. I'd given up on this match happening, and Voenkom came in and surprised everybody. I understood 2 of those words in that sentence. Warm-ups and Puto, of course. Demonetized. Okay, so we will be starting off with warm-ups. Hopefully the client doesn't crash as it always does on warm-ups, but you never know. Looks like we're going to be getting a warm-up from Voenkom first. It's a Searle song called My Girlfriend is a River.
бэйби. А еще она иногда по рофлу может и подвинуть мне в ебало. Моя девчонка, пушка и бомба, и мне не нужна другая. Hey, you suck my dick.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be one of these songs. Well then, I'm gonna go AFK for a minute. Hopefully it goes well.
Это сжимаю Сесу руку, когда она отливает на стенку. После я беру свою гитару и нагружаю песни Maybe Baby. А еще она иногда по рофлу может и подвинуть мне в ебало. Моя девчонка, пушка и бомба, и мне не нужна другая. Hey, you suck my dick, I'm a crazy Russian kid. Он умеет еще пусть смело ВшиТёрка. Мои штаны смущают всех вокруг, он на фантастических стенах любовь. Мы давно сошли с ума. Она голая на улице, танцует шафл дэнс. Я врубаю песни бойчика и устраиваю флекс. И после пустой хрущевки слегка смущённая. Лунный романтик, стая сочётная. Ой, хорошо, хорошо. И когда мы рвем на грязных джинсах, после полуразваренных хрущевки, целовали бомжи на трипах, подошел к нам парень очень скромный. Я спросил, какой же в этом смысл, постоянно игнорирую, как стоит, отказавшись от саморазвития. Я сказал, улыбаясь от боли: мой самый лучший друг вчера был найден возле труб. Под железным тихим люком крысы жрали его труп. А я и не удивлен, мы все когда-то так уйдем. Так чего ж тогда мы медлим, коль по сути не живем? Выход есть для всех своем. Кто-то курит, кто-то пьет, кто в отказ от социала, кто-то ложку над огнем. А мой друг лежал и гнил, без улыбки на лице. Карамельный дождик капал эхом на весь ржавый цех. И ты говоришь нам за социальность, ты псих. А если ты псих, то пойдем с нами. Пойдем с нами. Моя тёлка рейв-танцор, она плюет мне прям в лицо, и она кричит со мной. Что? Моя тёлка рейв-танцор, она плюет мне прям в лицо, и потом кричит со мной. Хай, 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 панди, хай, хай, хай. Она рейвер, анархист, тупоушая из чувств, и она кричит со мной. Хай, 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 панди, хай.
これ以上は恥ずかしいので
Okay, so that is our first warm-up mapped by Yeah. Yeah. I know them as generally mapping speedier stuff. So, we've got our rolls. 64 from Ammy. That should win. Might not. The odds are decent. Oh, a 5. Not a good start on those rolls for Voenkom. So, Voenkom losing the roll will ban first. Ammy will pick first. Did you not see the roll? It was a 5. Well, it's a 14 anyways, doesn't matter. Ammy's still winning the roll. Even with 2 chances. Voenkom rolls a 3rd time, still can't win the roll. In fact, if you add up those 3 rolls, it still does not beat Ammy 64. Weak roll game here from Voenkom side. Really gotta practice those rolls. RNG. Training. Nomad 1 is the first ban. Which is the song with the really long title that I'm not gonna read now. Unless it takes a long time for Ammy to ban. It's Akana no Gume God Gotoku. The Epsilon remix. The White Blade short version. Alright, and Crunchy Crown Coaster is the other band. Nomad 1, Nomad 2 are banned. That's kind of a weird combination of bands. I don't think I've ever seen that before in a tournament. But hey, always a first time for a lot of things, I guess. And we're moving on to start with Nomad 4. So not Nomad 3, but we almost had ban, or bin pick in a row. That would have definitely been a first, I think. So this is Good World, the Good World difficulty. Just over 2 minutes long, so it's one of the shorter maps in the pool this week. It is a ranked map. 165 BPM. So it's one of the slower BPM maps. Map by Komasi. And I'm not getting anything from Voenkom yet. Hopefully we're not having an internet issue. Oh no, wait. What's happening is it's showing that my client is crashing. Cool. Well, let's just go restart right quick. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll get you back into the Taiko match in a minute. I think we're stuck. Both players are listed as waiting for players. Voenkom is posting in chat as well. Looks like we're going to be getting an MP abort from our referee and try to start this one over. Get this match started. Best of 9, round of 32 in CTT 2020. The Community Taiko Tour, hosted on Host World, which is this YouTube channel that you are currently watching. Unless you're watching it somewhere else, in which case, well, that's pretty cool that somebody's rehosting our stuff. As unlikely as that is. Hopefully the stream quality has been okay today. Last week we were having major, well, on my end I was having latency issues, or rather, internet kept going down every 5 minutes for the first 2 hours of the stream. But it's been pretty stable this week. I think there was one time where it shut down for a few seconds, but otherwise we've been pretty solid. Okay, now we're moving on to the correct map. It was weird, it had the wrong map playing for Ammy at, before the crash. What mod is that? Oh, that must be no fail. We do have no fail on sometimes, just to make sure nothing goes weird if somebody happens to fail a map. I don't anticipate many players failing except maybe on the EX. Or if they get a little aggressive on mods with one of the free mods. But we've had a lot of strong players. They should be able to handle these map pulls fairly easily. Well, not easily, but at least past the maps, worst case. Getting some more buffering though, so hopefully we are not losing internet connection. And it's just banjo lag. Both players did manage to hold on to their double S right up until everything froze. Okay, so panicking should fix the issue. Sorry we missed most of the map. Looks like Ammy is holding onto the FC. Voenkom missed about halfway through the map. So Ammy should be taking the first point. moving ahead 1-0. A difference of approximately 60,000 points. Then 99.5% FC for Ammy, and 4 misses kind of in the middle of F from Voenkom. That HP bar is really messed up because we had to reset. Alright, moving on to Voenkom's first pick. We'll see what we go with. It looks like we're starting with double time 2. Playing around with the voice settings to see if things are any different now. Yeah, I think it may have slightly got rid of some of the noise. I forgot to copy my mic settings from the other tournaments, so I've been getting really loud. Yeah, this is much better. Alright, so we've got this happening. This is double time. Voenkom with the early lead thanks to a better accuracy on this song, which is titled Horizon Note. It's Fat Boo's guest diff. You can see Ammy currently sitting at 96% accuracy, Voenkom almost reaching 99. This resulting in a 30,000 point difference. And yeah, Voenkom's now up over 99. Ammy's down under 96. So even a miss at this point would not be enough of a difference for Ammy. Definitely looking like this is a very good pick for Voenkom. Hey, it's the PP number on the combo right before the break. Voenkom does drop under 99, but barely. Still holding to a 3% accuracy advantage. And Ammy is going to miss. So that pretty much seals it. Voenkom pulling away. Taking a... well, actually that ties it 1-1. Still have another 15 seconds to go on the map. Now it's just a question of whether Voenkom can manage to FC. And yes, Voenkom with the double time FC, only 25 100s. Solid play. Ammy with the 2 misses in a short period of time, and the accuracy fell down to a little below 96. But hey, it is Voenkom's first pick. Generally, players will pick their best option for early on. So, not much surprise we don't see any breakpoints off the beginning. We're going with Hard Rock 1. Which is Deer's Drop, the 9.1 OD song. Another almost 4-minute long map. I say another, we haven't seen any yet. Well, no, not yet. Last one was only 2:39, and the first map was 2 minutes, so we've actually had a relatively short map so far. It just feels longer because the match did get delayed a little bit to start, as Voenkom managed to show up just before. Oh, hey, it's this map. Just before the 10-minute timer lit, which is fine. I'm just glad we got to have the match actually played. I think we had another forfeit. I think Nanu might have dropped for the week. Just has no time available to play. Not too much of a problem, as there is a losers bracket. Still play again next week, no matter what happens this week. We did get a miss from Ammy, so that's gonna really hurt. We could be seeing our first breakpoint here. However, it's still very early. Another miss from Ammy. Actually dropping to almost 97% now. Voenkom still holding on to a 99 on this OD 9.1 map. Combo advantage is now neutralized as Ammy has reached 400 combo. Voenkom still holding on to about basically double accuracy drop advantage. Oh, Voenkom did not hit this ninja finisher, but Ammy did. That could give Ammy a chance to come back. However, this is such a long map, I don't think it's enough with their accuracy difference. However, Voenkom is starting to pick up a lot of 100s. Maybe a little flustered after that miss. I'm not saying it's a comeback, but I mean, the lead's only 30,000 now. It was a bit higher before. Oh, but Ammy's gonna pick up a miss. That's unfortunate. And the accuracy difference is now back to 1%. Voenkom missing again. But Voenkom does still hold on to about a 25,000 point lead. Still have another 30 seconds or so to go, but there's not a whole lot of hard parts left. Voenkom should be taking this point by about 15 to 20,000. And that is our first breakpoint in this match. Voenkom with the 0.5% better accuracy, and I guess held on to combo a lot longer. Despite having a few more misses, those happened in a very short period of time, which meant Voenkom managed to get some more combo bonus on top of the accuracy advantage and ends up winning by 21,000 points. Voenkom's like, oh hey, Hard Rock was pretty fun. Let's go with Hard Rock 2 now. Which is the high BPM Hard Rock. I really don't think we're going to see an FC on this one. But hey, who knows? They got to play the map. Just over 2 minutes long, so a lot shorter than the last map. A lot higher BPM at 205. Still a somewhat accuracy challenge at OD 7.7. It's just high enough that I don't think you get any note lock. Well, we'll see. Ammy out to the early accuracy lead, but it's only a difference of 2 versus 3. Well, 2 versus about. I'll stop talking now. Somewhere around like 7 to 15 100s now. Ammy is going to pick up a miss, so despite the accuracy advantage, well, it's pretty much gone now. Voenkom does take the lead. Ammy has pulled out to a pretty sizable accuracy advantage, almost 1 whole %, which is keeping the score very close. And Voenkom's going to miss, and Ammy's going to take the lead. So it looks like we might be getting back-to-back breakpoints, as long as Ammy can hold on to the end. Neither player can hold on to the end. Okay. Well, that would also work for Ammy. And, well, we've played both Hard Rocks and it's now 2-2. Back-to-back breakpoints on the Hard Rock. Ammy with actually 1 extra miss, however, it was kind of, actually no, spread out is bad, but the accuracy difference really giving Ammy the advantage on that one. Okay, we've got No Mod 3 coming up next. Which is Lord equals cross sight. I keep calling it cross light. There's no L there. It's cross sight. In fact, there's not even a third S there, so it's not even cross sight. It's cross sight. Okay. Crow's sight? I don't know. This is hard. How do you pronounce things? Doesn't really matter. The only language that really matters is Downs and Cats. That was corny. I apologize. Anyways, Voenkom with the... Never mind, it's tied. Scores are flickering, and actually Ammy taking the lead now as Voenkom picks up a few more 100s on the slow part. This is the low BPM Nomad. A bit of a density reading challenge at 154 BPM. The notes are kind of close together. Coming off of a hard rock pick, that's kind of brutal. Both players holding on to their FCs so far. Oh, never mind. Ammy's gonna be the first to miss. Just doing the job of a commentator. So, accuracy is still pretty close. Voenkom with the lead, thanks to the miss from Ammy. And, well, actually it's a pretty safe lead now for Voenkom, since you've got the FC versus Tydak. And Voenkom should be taking his third point. Both players up over 99% by the end, but that one miss from Ammy was the difference. Well, it was two misses, but you get the point. $979,000 play from Voenkom, and immediately picking Hidden 1. Oh, that was our third straight breakpoint. Hidden 1. What do we know about this one? This one is 4 minutes long. Wait, yes. And it's 220 BPM. It has SV changes according to the description. So 4 minutes with SV changes, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Ammy with a lot of accuracy problems at the beginning of this map, and does pick up a miss or two as well. So I think Voenkom may have found a weakness here. Both these players do seem to be fairly strong hard rock players, but we haven't seen them play Hidden yet. At least today. After the early struggles, Ammy has managed to pick the accuracy back up, almost reaching 96% now, but Voenkom's still hovering around 98. Fortunately for Ammy, the misses were so early that if you can catch up on accuracy, this is still a winnable point. However, Voenkom's not going to let that happen. Now up over 98.6, approaching 98.7. And Ammy's gonna pick up another miss, so that's gonna spread the score out again in favor of Voenkom, now with approximately 30,000 point lead. And Ammy's just having problems with these really low density sections, which is definitely difficult to do on Hidden if you don't do Hidden too much. Voenkom's just powering through now to about 2 minutes 15 seconds of FC. I think he's gonna drop again. So this one's pretty safely going to be won by Voenkom. Question now is, how high is Voenkom's act going to be? And will there be an FC? We got another minute left, so I guess just enjoy. Enjoy the map. And there we go. Map over. Voenkom with the 98.56% accuracy FC on the 4-minute long hidden pick, taking a 4-2 lead, and now his match point, finally breaking the string of breakpoints that we saw. And Ammy's like, okay, you know what? Let's play the extra. So, we're gonna see whether they know the cheat codes to life or not. I'm not sure if that parentheses was part of a frowny face or what. But, well, we'll see. Having some sync issues on this one. I think the gimmick really breaks the tournament client at the beginning. But once we get going, I think we'll be fine. And Voenkom is probably not prepared for this gimmick. Ammy still holding on to the FC through the first gimmick section. So it's really a question of whether Ammy can FC, I guess. I don't see Voenkom having much of a chance on this map, as the beginning's been pretty ugly. Now you may be thinking, wow, this map is not even 4.5 stars. Why is this in the map pool with a bunch of 5.5 star maps? I was like, oh, that's why. Like this gimmick, it's very low star rating mapping, but okay, Ammy's finally gonna break the FC. But Ammy does have a 100,000 point lead, so nothing to worry about there. We should be seeing one more pick from Voenkom. See whether Voenkom can finish off the match or whether we're going to go to a tiebreaker at last. 4 matches into the round. You know, both players are actually in danger of failing this map, depending on whether they can handle the ending. Because I've had hit points similar to what Ammy has right now on this map and then failed at the end because I just couldn't do this last part. But it looks like Ammy's going to be fine. Ammy's holding onto the combo relatively well in that crazy section. Leads up to 250,000 points. If you're looking for a map that's going to have the largest score differences this week, it's probably going to be this map. If one player prepares and the other one doesn't. And it's not bannable. Extra is not bannable in this tournament. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to ban it. Well, here we go. Let's see whether they can survive. Voenkom's going to end up with 0 hit point by the ending, I predict. Never mind, I'm wrong. Ammy does manage to pass with a 92%. Voenkom failing, but we have no fail on, so it doesn't matter. But doesn't lose all of the hit points, which is better than I would do, so I'd take it. Anyways, Ammy winning the point, staying alive, forcing another pick from Voenkom, and it's going to be hidden to this is the other map that could get pretty ugly if one of the players isn't particularly good at slow hidden and they don't ban it. We'll see whether they're able to play the slow hidden. We did see Ammy struggling a bit on the previous hidden pick, but that was higher BPM. I'm not sure how this one's going to go, but I'm a little worried.
Every day I pray for you to the sky because you are neon jack. I wait for you, stay here alone the night.
Voenkom with the early accuracy advantage. Both players are holding onto that. Never mind. And he's going to pick up an early miss. Voenkom still up over 95%. Ammy's managed to pick things back up after dropping down to high 80s, is now almost caught up with Voenkom. Managing to fix the accuracy after the miss. I think it just takes Ammy like 10-15 seconds to get used to playing hidden. But that might just be enough of the difference on this map, as it's pretty short. Voenkom still holding onto the FC. It's really helping out. So coming up on the ending, Voenkom with about a 2.5% accuracy advantage and holding onto the FC. Should be winning this point and winning the match 5-3. Moving on to the winners bracket round of 16 next week. Voenkom will face off against the winner of Yona versus Hotman, which is one of the matches coming up later this weekend. Nice 96% FC. Ammy actually had fewer 100s than Voenkom, but missed a lot. Ammy will be facing the loser of that match in the losers bracket next week. And I think that sums it up pretty well. So good game, both players. 5-3 is pretty close. Still no tiebreaker yet, but at least we haven't had any sweeps on stream either. So, looking ahead at the schedule going forward today, I believe we have a few more matches. Let me take a look. 19 and 20 UTC are the current scheduled times. $19 UTC is going to be RJ versus Akatai. And 20 UTC is going to be 3Cent versus TwinT. So, come back later. We get some, I think it's US versus Russia battles. Is Akatai from Russia? Oh no, Akatai is from France. Anyway, see everybody then. It's about an hour from now for the first match. And if you're not available, well, we'll have matches again tomorrow. I believe about 5 or 6 of them are scheduled. Take a look at the Discord or the spreadsheet for schedules. See you later.